Hello, my fellow trucking friends. Hello, hello. Hello, happy Thursday night. I am Macon Maria, your independent truck couture designer, and we are totally going off the grid today. Well, okay, not off the grid, but you know, I never liked to color in between the lines. I like to think outside the lines. Do you guys like to think outside the lines? So tonight we are taking a transfer and we're looking at it and we're going to deconstruct it. We're going to make some different types of things with it so that you can see all of the amazing opportunities that you have with a transfer. And the transfer that we're going to use here this evening is our Club Couture transfer for the month, which I know you guys don't even have yet. But today or tomorrow, one of the 2 days, is the very last day you would be able to purchase it. So I want to kind of deconstruct it today so that if there are those of you who are on the fence about purchasing it or joining the club, this is a good time to do it if you want this transfer. You can join the club any time of the month, but if you want this transfer, today would be the day. So I want to show you some really cool things about this transfer. And when this transfer came in the mail, to me it was the about the transfer. Love the sentiment that it says French Market. I am not a French Market person. French is not my style in my home. It's stunningly gorgeous, but this transfer is so stinking cool, it's not even funny. So I'm going to show you tonight some different things that you can do with it other than saying French Market, so that you can see how when you get a transfer, you can totally go off the grid with it. So I'm Macon Maria. I'm an independent truck couture designer. Truck Couture is an amazing company, and I say that because it gives people like myself the ability to create with not a lot of talent and not a lot of skill. And I can create beautiful things that not only I can sell, but I can put in my own home, I can give as gifts, and I like to give them, and people like to receive them. It's not like, oh, she made that, yeah, okay, crazy lady. Yeah, no, it's not that. It's beautiful, beautiful things that people really enjoy. So that is why I love this company and I love this product, because it's reusable, so I can make things over and over again with it. It's reasonably priced, and it is easy, super, super easy to use. Anybody can do this. So what the heck is Truck Couture? Well, Truck Couture is a company that is a direct sales company. So we sell adhesive silkscreen transfers, Chalkology paste, couture ink, surfaces that you can create on, and squeegees, all the stuff that you need to create with. But it's so much more than that, because it's creative freedom and it's the ability to make gorgeous things and have an immense amount of pride when you make them. So that's what the company is. And if you are interested in any of these products, how you can see them is you can go to www.chalkcouture.com/MakingMaria. Today we're using the Club Couture transfer, and Club Couture is a monthly subscription service, so it's one of the many products that we offer. But it's for people like myself that sometimes thinking is a challenge. I say this often. It's like when I go to the grocery store and they ask me if I want paper or plastic. I make enough decisions in the day. I don't want to be tied down with, do I want paper or plastic, right? So this is what Club Couture is for. One of the things Club Couture is for. It just happens like magic. It arrives in the mail, and you get a transfer and 3 paste packets, and you can go crazy, and you can create and create and create. It happens once a month. It's a surprise. We never know what the transfer is going to be. And sometimes they're whimsical, sometimes they're home decor, sometimes they're holiday. But there's something about every transfer that is usable and cool to have. It's also for people like me that don't have the time to think about it and to go to the store and pick out what I'm going to make and how I'm going to make it. And okay, I do that a lot. But it's nice to just have it arrive, and I don't have to think about it. It just happens like magic. So people that are busy, that are looking for that I just need a little me time in a month. Just a little. I'm not greedy. I just need a little bit, and I want it to happen. And that's what the club is for. So we are using that transfer. It is exclusive to the club. So you have to be in the club to get it and to buy it. I get one, you guys get one. I can't order them, you can't order them. You get it in the club, you're either in or you're out. If you join the club this month, you're actually joining for next month. So you join, but you don't get anything until next month, and you don't get charged the $19.99 for it until next month as well. However, you get a one-time option to add the existing month's transfer. This particular transfer has a typing mistake on it, and they are not going to allow it to be purchased after today. So, if you want this transfer, you need to order this, or you need to join the club today and add this transfer on. If you don't want this transfer, you can join the club anytime. But if you want this transfer, you got to do it now because it's so stinking pretty. We've made a couple things with it already, and today, just look at the border. Oh my goodness, that is what has me so excited about this transfer, is look at the detail in that border. Look at how cool it is, just the corner pieces. We can use just the corner. You can use just the scroll. You can use the whole thing. I've seen people taking the word market, and some people did country market, some people did Asian market. I mean, you can totally get creative with this transfer. So if French decor is not your thing, it's okay. There's just so many other things you can do with it. So I'm going to stop rambling about the club, and I'm going to show you how to create with it. But I do know that some of you have been messaging me because some of you want this transfer. And I feel horrible that it has this little typing mistake in it. This right here is supposed to be an A instead of an O, and apparently I don't know French. I apologize to my French-speaking friends, but I don't know French. To me, it makes no difference because I don't know what it says anyway. But for people that speak French, it's important, right? It be grammatically correct and spelled properly. Words should be spelled right. So if you are a current club member, this transfer got mailed to you today. And yours will come with the typing mistake. However, they are fixing it. They are creating new ones. They're just simply taking this line off. So it'll look exactly the same, but this line will be gone. They're currently making them, and they will ship them. You will get them with your May transfer. So you'll still get a May transfer, a new transfer, but you'll also get a new one of these, but you won't get it until May because it unfortunately takes that long for them to make them and ship them and do all that craziness. There's a pretty long cure time on a sticky adhesive transfer, apparently. Who knew? So that's the deal. If you're currently a member, you will get a new one. This line will just be gone. It'll look exactly the same, but you will get this one as well. So you can continue to create with it. If the spelling mistake bothers you, just don't chalk that line. That's the easy way to solve the problem. Okay, so let's get to chalking. So what I get so jazzed and excited about this transfer is, again, this border. This is a beautiful, like, wrought irony scroll border. We made, oh, I should have brought it down here. We made this transfer the other day. We put it on 2 trays. And the pictures are on the page if you want to see them. But it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But today, what I want to do is kind of play with it and see, okay, well, what kind of different things can we do with it? So the first thing a bunch of designers are doing is they're taking it and they're putting the monogram letter to kind of give you an idea of what it will look like. This is a great opportunity to create a monogram for in your home or a gift. This is a great wedding present, absolutely great wedding present. Shower gift, you know, we're coming into wedding season. So it's a really nice little gift that you can give. It also would look very cool in an oval frame with the square. So there's lots of possibilities with this. So this is one option. The other thing that you can do is you can put other sentiments in between. So we used these transfers the other night. Love is home, which I think would also be very pretty in our little frame. Love never fails. These 2 sentiments are part of the heart wreath transfer that we used the other night. Then you could go with any A-size transfer, again, just like the monogram. They fit in between. So you could go Easter if you wanted to with a biblical verse. So there's a couple really cool transfers that you can play with. So that's what we're going to do tonight. I thought I had more transfers that I had out. We did this Be Your Own Hero. I don't like the font. I don't think they go together. Oh, here we go. I knew I had other things out. So this is one of our new transfers. We haven't used this one yet, but it says Better Together. This Better Together would also, you know, you can just use the sentiment in between. I'm sorry, I know you have a glare. Gather would also look very pretty. So you skip the French Market and you stick Gather in the middle of it. This is the, what is this called? Birds and Branch. Oh look, birds, there's another bird underneath here. Birds and Branch. That is such a creative name, don't you think? Then we have the I Love You a Latte and Let's Bake Cookies. And I know some of you have this transfer because you've purchased it already. What I thought would be on this one would be nice is the I love you. You could simply put I love you in the middle of it. And you don't have to, you know, keep this spacing. You can bring it in because that's the beauty of chalk, right? You can do whatever you want with it. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make the monogram. Actually, maybe we'll do He Is Risen. Because we just did the bee monogram with the floral frame, which is another gorgeous frame. Oh my gosh, we did that not that long ago. So I don't really need another monogram, unless one of you want a monogram. But maybe we'll do He Is Risen. So I have a white canvas. Very simple, 8 by 10. I like to buy these canvases. They're canvases on cardboard, basically, that you buy at the, you know, big box, what's those? Craft stores. Hello, Maria. The craft stores. So there's some very cool, you can use stretched canvas as well. As we talk about often, I am not a fan of stretched canvas. I like these ones because I like the framed look. So I like to put things in a frame. So this is what an adhesive silkscreen transfer looks like. It comes in a plastic container with directions, step by step, on the back. And it comes attached to a backer sheet. So we need to remove it from its backer sheet. So we carefully pull the transfer off of the backer sheet, and we take this backer sheet and we set it aside. The name of my transfer is on the back of it because, as you'll notice, one side is dull and one side is shiny. You need to make sure you put it back on the shiny side when you're all done. So we're going to take our transfer and we are going to place it on our canvas, centering it. And you always kind of center more, or only we're going this way. So it's really going to be this way. You want to center it, but you always go a little more towards the top. That is a design trick I learned. If you have room. This one's going to be a tight fit. So when you frame something, you always go a little more towards the top. It's a weight thing to what your eye sees. Okay, so I put it down and I'm smoothing out my air. Now, I don't care about the French Market part because we're not chalking that part. I only care about the absolutely gorgeous, did I mention? Gorgeous wrought irony scrolly thing around it. Okay, so I need to stop for a moment because I'm realizing I have not said hello to all of you that are here, so I'm going to back up a second. Hello, Linda, and Carol. Carol and Carol-Lee. I think that's a cool nickname for you, Carol. Carol Z is going to be Carol-Lee. And there's a Carol, and there's Carol-Lee. Thanks, Carol-Lee. Sorry. If you really are opposed to your nickname, you can tell me and I'll come up with a different one. Miss Terry from Texas is here. Hello, Miss Terry from Texas. And Lisa G is here. Hello, Lisa G. Toby is here from Washington. Hello, Toby. And Lori Baker. Lori, you are in Arizona. What the heck are you doing watching me? You're supposed to be vacationing and having a great time, and I love all your pictures. I gotta tell you, first of all, you and your husband are an adorable couple, and you always look like you're having such a good time together. I'm wondering if that's just pictures. No, I'm just kidding, because I don't know. I love my husband, but I'm not so sure I have that much of fun with him all the time. Definitely not selfie-worthy every day. Hello, Miss Carla. Carla, and Janine is here. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so I'm kind of into French blue. Well, and y'all know I love blue anyway, but I was thinking that Ocean Mist is a very, very pretty gray blue. Morningside is also a very, very pretty blue. Morningside is more of a French blue to me. Ocean Mist is way more my house. But, honestly, Morningside photographs better. Morning Sky photographs better. Ocean Mist is gorgeous, but it's kind of like cherry blossom. It's very hard for you guys to see it when I use it. My all-time favorite color. Even beats Wild Berry, which I know is hard. So I think we're going to use Morningside, and I was going to do black, just because I think it will be stunning. Because I like, well, I know, I say this every night. I like black and white. I like the stark contrast. I like the contrast. So I think we're going to do these two. We are also going to use this transfer on tea towels because I have a tea towel fetish. I know, you're surprised. I have a lot of them. I'm kind of fetish driven. Obsessions, hoarding, you know, all of those really bad habits. I have a lot of them. Well, I have a tea towel fetish, and I have a lot of tea towels, and I have some really cool ones that I think that this will be just, it goes with the whole concept of it. So we might make tea towels tomorrow night. Hello, Miss Cheryl. Welcome to our Chalk and Party. So I think if we're going to do He Is Risen, though, that's really pretty. Maybe we should do this. Maybe well, then I don't know if my blue works. Maybe we'll save the blue for a different transfer, because we're going to do this transfer a couple times, a couple different ways. Just, again, so you can see the variety and all of the fun things that you can do with it. I know, Terry, it's shocking that I have a tea towel fetish. I know. I'm shocked myself. My husband is not shocked that I have a fetish at all. At all. Poor guy. Don't you feel sorry for him? So maybe we should do Storm in Black. Or, ooh, how about Wisteria? I mean, seriously, people, is this not like one of the most beautiful colors you've ever seen? Okay, totally switching gears. Let's do Storm and Wisteria. Because purple is Easter, right? All right, we'll get to blue and black on another. Or blue, we'll do blue and white. I don't know. We'll get to blue. Because blue is French. I don't know why. It probably isn't. And I hope I'm not offending my French friends. Because I really don't know anything about French. Or I guess it's not French friends. My French-speaking friends. Okay, so I'm stirring up my Wisteria. This is one of our new In Vogue colors, and this is just awesome. Oh my gosh. I think I'm so excited about it because I've wanted a pale purple for so long, and we finally got one. So we're gonna do this is it too matchy-matchy? Should I do black? Cheryl, what do you think? If we do He Is Risen in purple, should we do our wrought iron in black, or should we do our wrought iron? I should stop calling, it's not wrought iron. Should we do black or gray? The black is, you know, striking, where the gray is more subtle. Maybe we should do black. I'm thinking black. I'm gonna give you guys a moment. I'm gonna stir while you guys, because there's a huge Facebook delay. I'm gonna give you guys a minute to respond. So I'm just adding a little bit of water, stirring up my chalk paste. Miss Lori Baker, Lori. Oh, look at those little purple hearts. She says purple will be awesome. Do you like purple, Lori? I bet you do. It's a very popular color in gardens. Okay, so I'm also stirring up my Storm because I feel confident that we're gonna use these colors at some point this evening. Cheryl likes the black. Okay, thanks, Cheryl. We're going black. Okay, so I'm stirring it up. Just getting this one ready because now we're not going to use it. We'll use it later. Don't worry. I know you're not worried. Black. Oh, everybody says black. Okay, we're going black. So the key with this is thinking through what I want to chalk. I don't want this line, okay? Because I'm just going to do a border down and then He Is Risen in the middle, I think. I do like the corner though, so maybe we'll do the corners and stop. You can't do the whole thing because it doesn't go the whole way. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to stop here at this corner. And we're going to do the same thing around all four. I'm putting the painter's tape down not because I need it. It's a mental thing for myself. Because I get to yap in with you guys and I start to squeegee, and then the next thing I know I have paste where I did not want paste. So I put the painter's tape down as a visual reminder to myself that I need to stop chalking. It has no purpose other than that. Well, and it blocks the paste in case I do get squeegee happy and I end up with paste where I didn't want it. So painter's tape is being goofy on me. So I'm just pulling them off and setting them on the corners so I just remember. All right, so I've got my chalk paste all stirred. Now, it's not paint, and people do confuse it with paint. It goes on completely differently. It's a completely different product. It's paste that you squeegee. You're not brushing, you're not blotting, you're squeegeeing. So you are scraping it across. You hold your squeegee straight up and down and you go straight across. So lots of times people confuse it with paint, and it's not. So you want to make sure you're using it in the proper way, because otherwise what happens is you're putting your paste on too thick and you're wasting your paste. So notice how I'm holding my squeegee straight up and down, and I'm just going straight across. So I've got it in that would be a 90-degree angle, right? And I'm just filling up my silk screen, making sure I'm completely covered and going straight across. Like so. Taking all my excess paste off, putting it right back in my paste container. Oops, that's my purple one, so that I don't waste it. Okay, quick take my painter's tape off, because we are going to use this transfer again, because we're going to make a couple different things just to show you, again, how you can use it in other ways. So I'm carefully pulling it off my transfer. Now, I'm pulling it straight up and down. I'm not pulling it this way. The reason I pull it straight up and down, because then it doesn't curl. It's better for your transfer. I take this, I'm going to put it right in my water bath right next to me. Then I'm going to show you how we wash it off, because we're going to be able to use it again. Again, one of the beauties of this product. It is reusable. Use it over and over and over again. So now we have this very cool scroll. I'm going to dry it so that we can put the next transfer down. So I want my chalk paste to be dry, because I'm going to put the next transfer down, and I don't want to smear it, or if it's not completely dry, when I pull my next transfer off, because some of the sticky part's going to overlap, I don't want it to pull the chalk off. So I'm just drying it. Just want to make sure it's good and dry. Okay, so now we want to stop here before I keep going. So look at this beautiful, it'd be kind of better to have something that goes this way, right? We're going to try, we're going to do both ways though, but look, and I'm really not centered. So maybe we do have to go this way, because I am really not centered that way. Don't you wonder about me? Sometimes I should pull out the ruler. But look at how pretty this is without the middle part. And again, now this is where we can totally go okay, isn't that sweet? Maybe we'll do that. We could do Love is Home right in the middle of it. Just super cute. And this heart wreath, this is the heart wreath transfer. We used this the other night. These were those fun little sentiments we put on tags. Very pretty, very versatile, and it's a really, really nice size. And this would be gorgeous. So that's one option, because I think you get you can see it better, visualize it better now. We can do this again, would be beautiful. He is risen. So that's another option in between. Again, I centered it wrong, so that's my mistake. Maybe we'll do that with white and black on our chalkboard. And then we could put our bee in the middle of it. The other thing that we could put in the middle of it, I'm actually going to cut this one apart just to show you, because this is a very cool transfer we haven't used yet. This is part of the, I think it's the Feathered Friends. Yep, Feathered Friends collection. It has a really cool birdhouse. There's several transfers that are coordinated to go together, so that you can kind of totally go crazy and create like a whole room worth of decor. So the transfers, they have the same font, they have the same theme, they're really designed to be done in multiple pieces. Okay, look at how pretty that would be with just our fun little gather. That's really pretty. Maybe we should do that one. See, this is the problem. They're all pretty. I want to make them all. But there's only so many hours in a day. And, you know, it's hard to keep 4 kids alive and chalk all that I want to chalk, because I like to chalk. Okay, so that's really pretty. We might have to do that one. But I like the other one too. But we've used that transfer already. So that's one option. So that kind of gives you the visual. We could do Better Together. But again, I'm not so, this is kind of a more whimsical font. This is more classic. The Just I Love You could go in here. Just the I Love You a Latte. I mean, you could put I Love You a Latte in there too if you wanted to. But just a cute little sentiment that said I love you. That would be really cute on a card. I pulled out the homespun tags. I wasn't going to order this transfer, but then I've been seeing what everybody's making with it, and it's super cool because did you know that this little wreath right here fits on our Chockable chips? And then these little words fit inside of this little wreath on a Chockable chip. So I have a lot of my little friends out here that love Chockable chips. You need this transfer. So that's another option. So I think we're going to stick with Gather because I think this is pretty. And now we could go back to blue. Like, Maria, make up your mind on a color, right? There's so many pretty colors, though. It's so hard. Oops, wait, this is a brand new transfer. What am I doing? I need to write on the back of it the name of the transfer. And then I carefully remove it from its backer sheet, like so. Again, I keep my backer sheet. I set it aside because when I'm all done, I'm going to put my transfer back on it. I'm going to center it and try to make it as straight as possible without measuring. Because, you know, why would I want to measure, right? I already screwed it up once. I might as well keep going, right? Okay, does it look straight? I didn't cut it straight, so it makes it even more challenging to see if it's straight. Because again, why would I want to? It's not up high enough. It's not centered in between them. Okay. So, here we go. Back to color choice. Anybody got any suggestions? I got lots of colors in front of me. We could go back to blue. I just don't think, it's not screaming purple to me now because it says Gather instead of He is risen. Don't you want to center it between the outline? Don't I want to center it between the outline? The word Gather. The problem is because the R goes so far, it really is centered. It just, the word isn't centered. So if I don't do it over here, in fact, I probably need to put it over this way a little bit more. This will go over and this one won't be, this will be in. So then I think it would look awkward visually. What do you think, Cheryl? Because I don't have the word centered. And I purposely did that, again, because this has way more swoopies, so it's longer on this side than it is on this side. So let's pull up the, so our actual letters are, we'll say 8¼ inches. So 4 1/8 is my center point, which is the center point of here. So technically, from beginning of letter to ends of letters, it is centered, but it doesn't look centered because of the whole way the font is. Storm or morning sky. Those are good choices. Those are very good choices. Yeah, technically I am centered. It just doesn't look like it. It's really a pretty transfer though. And I'm going on an upward direction. Carefully pull it if you're gonna mess with it. I had an upward slant going on. Okay. I think we're gonna go storm. I mean, we could do a fun color. But I think we'll do a fun color. I was just looking at the end of that the end of the R extends beyond the outline and the G is over to the right. Oh, so you're saying it's too far. Okay. I was thinking you're saying it's not far enough that way. So I was thinking that too, but it's like not centered. You're right. So we're gonna, here. First I'm gonna make it straight on here. It's actually easier if I look at what you guys see because it's more of an overhead. That's better, right? It's still over and not over. We'll go a little more. Sometimes with the different fonts, it gets goofy. We'll go over just a little more. See, that looks too far to me. I'm going for it. And we are going to just do Storm. Although we could do a fun color. But if I use Storm, it will be more generic home decor. So it can really go in anybody's house because I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. I might sell it at, I might do another craft fair. I'm thinking about doing another craft fair because I got a lot of creations that we have made. I need to figure out what to do with them. Because there's only so many walls in Maria's house. So I could have just done black too. Stuck with the black. Take my transfer, stick it in my water bath. It's right next to me. Once it's in my water bath and it's wet, it is no longer sticky. So here we have this fun little gather. It's cute. Right? Yeah, it's cute. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe off my squeegee. Much easier to clean your squeegees when your chalk paste is wet than when your chalk paste is dry. So this is our first creation. Again, really funness. I'm gonna set that aside and cover up my chalk paste because we're gonna continue to stay with some of these colors. I don't know what I did with my black lid. There it is. Okay, so I'm gonna wash off my transfer real quick. So it's been sitting in my water bath, just hanging out, taking a bath. Right? You know, like we like to do when we lay in the bathtub, maybe with a glass of wine, maybe not, you never know. And then I'm just gonna rub off my chalk paste. I'm not gonna be too crazy about making sure it's clean as far as, you know, my residue, because I'm gonna keep using the transfer. When I'm all said and done, I am going to, you know, rub it down with my board eraser, and that will take all that residue off. So I'm just drying off my transfer. Hey, Kathy K. Welcome to our chalking party. Kathy K, I think I saw you today. Do you walk your dog? I was driving home, and I didn't really realize where I was. I didn't realize I was in your neck of the woods until I realized that I'm like, that's Kathy with her dog, I think. What time of the afternoon had it been? What was it? Right before middle school got out. I think I saw you walking a dog. And then I was going to pull over, and I'm like, well, what if it's not Kathy? And she's going to think I'm crazy. Because I was really just literally driving by. And I'm like, I think that's Kathy. So I'm just drying my transfer so I can reuse it. It is fabric, so you have to be careful with it. There's a silk screen in it. It's plastic and a silk screen. So now I'm going to fluff it. And now it's super sticky. And this is what happens to them when you reuse them right away. They get super, super sticky. So you do have to be careful with them. So now what we're going to do with this transfer is make sure it's straight on our board. And now what I want to do with it is I want to use these little corner pieces. Now I could back them up and put them in the corners, because my corners, no, I don't want to do that. I do want to do it in a little bit. So all I'm going to do is these little tiny corner pieces. We're going to do those in white. So again, I'm just trying to give you examples of different things that you can do with the amazing pieces of this transfer. So I'm just going to take a little tiny, well, I'm going to use my multi-purpose tool because it works like a pencil, and I just want to get in. I don't want to do the whole thing. So I just dip it in my chalk paste, and I go straight across. Now we could do the scrolly things in the middle too, these guys, and maybe we will do that just because I think it'll be pretty. We'll try that, and if we don't like it, we'll wash them off, because I don't want them to feel like they're like floating in the middle of the air. And I'm just squeegeeing my little corners. I love these little scroll guys. I love the little scroll guys just by themselves. I need a bigger squeegee for that. So I'm just dipping and going. Now I'm not super worried about, because I just kind of went in the part I didn't want to go in, but this is a chalkboard, so I can wash it right off where I don't want it. This might be too much with the corners in the middle. We might just want the corners. we're going to see how it goes. And then I'm going to pull off my transfer. Love this transfer. I'm telling you. Oh, for those of you who are in the club, get excited. This transfer is coming your way quickly. You're going to have this transfer. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Okay, so I did do a little spot here that I didn't want to do. And I did a little spot here. So this is, again, you just wash it off. Super easy to get it off. I'm going to dry it so I don't stick my finger in it. Hey, Debbie from Texas, welcome. We're messing around with our Club Couture transfer. Just having fun playing with the border and trying different combinations. I was just looking, oh, that's an old comment. Sorry, Cheryl, I'm rereading your comment. So this is what it looks like without the lines. I mean, I like it better with just the scrolly part. So here, again, we could do Love is Home in between. That would be pretty with it, without it. We could do He is Risen. Oops, this is wet. We can also do Love is Home this way. Let's do that. Or we could do our B. Where'd my B go? Stick our B in between too. I think I like it better without the corners. We'll do another one. Okay, so for this guy, we're just going to stick Love is Home in the middle of him. And we're just going to stick with white. Make sure I'm straight. Down a little bit. So how is your weather in Texas, ladies? Are you having good weather? We have been very nice here, I have to say. I'm not going to complain about our weather. Although, for those of you who know me, I'm cold all the time, right? And I have a fire in our fireplace every single day. Pretty much until April. I mean, it's got to be hot before I stop having a fire. And my husband keeps saying, you know, we could stop. You've got it like 90 degrees in here, Maria. We could stop. I'm like, no, let's keep going. Let's have a fire. And I make the fires, so we get them every day, whether he likes them or not. So now we just have this cute little Love is Home kind of floating in the middle of our, and again, you could use any transfer. I think I would like it better without the corners. So let's make one without the corners. Are we having fun? We're just getting totally crazy tonight. So I'm gonna, again, pull my transfer out. This is the beauty of a reusable silkscreen transfer. You can just go over and over again. You can play with all kinds of different things and just have fun. Because this is fun, and I get to talk to you guys while I'm doing it. Normally I'm doing this all by myself. And I'm like, oh, let's try this, and oh, let's try that. So, okay, so we have like a screened-in porch on our house that has a wood rack on it that comes out every winter that gets piled high with wood, and I go through it. So my kids go up to the bigger wood pile, and they bring the wood down. They love this job, by the way. They're so excited when Mom says she needs wood. They, like, jump up and say, oh, let's go get it. Yeah, you know that's not happening. So last weekend, like on Friday, I said, oh, I need more wood. But it's getting warmer. You don't need to bring me that much wood. And they brought me quite a bit of wood. And Joseph every time is like, do we really need to have a fire every day? Can we really stop doing this? And so they brought me wood on Friday. Now it's Thursday. I need more wood. He's going to be so excited when he comes home tomorrow from his dad's. He's going to be like, seriously, Mom, you need more wood. I'm going to be like, yeah, I need more wood. Go give me more wood. I am such a mean mom. Oh my gosh, those poor kids are so abused that their mother makes them do jobs. Because I'm sure none of you ever made your kids do jobs. Yeah, I'm the only mother that makes their kids do jobs. So I'm just drying it because it wasn't really completely dry. Making sure that my surface isn't wet. Okay, so I'm good to go. This time, let's just do the scrolly thing because I really like the scrolls. And now we'll do our B, and we'll do that in We're calling it French blue, but it's really morning sky. So now you can see a different color with it. We could have done the whole thing, I guess. But I like the black, the white, and the blue together. It was 73 degrees in Texas today. Oh my. That sounds lovely. It was not 73 degrees in Wisconsin, but I'm not going to complain because it was not cold either. I have no idea what the temperature was, but I was not cold. And if I'm not cold, that means it's nice outside. Okay, so now, oh, love this scroll. I mean, really, look at all the things we can do with this one little border. If you don't have a border transfer, there's a couple of them right now that are really cool. There's the boho borders that I just got in. It's a nice border. And they're just lines. I mean, again, you can just go so crazy with a border. And it just kind of finishes it off. So I'm just drying it. So we have made some very cool things here already this evening. Just making sure my paste is dry. Chalk paste dries very quickly. So now we're going to stick our... It was 60 degrees in Tri-Cities. Okay, so Toby, I'm going to be really stupid. And I'm going to apologize for my stupidity. I know you're in Washington. What's the Tri-Cities in Washington? I'd have to really think about that in my geography. So just help me out and answer the question for me. Can you do that for me, Tobes? Can you tell me, what's the Tri-Cities? Okay, so I'm a little bit to one side. Now pull it back up, move it over a little bit. I'm lining it up to the little dots in the middle. And then making sure I'm straight. Okay, I think I'm straight. Okay, now we're gonna use Morning Sky Blue, not French blue. It's not called French blue, it's called Morning Sky. I'm gonna dip it right in. Oop, this guy's dry. I should have added water and stirred him, but oh well. I'm living on the edge. When you're just gonna do a little swipe, then I don't. Richland, Kennewick, and Pasco. Again, I'm going to be really stupid, Toby. I've never heard of any of those cities, but they sound cool. So Toby's in Washington State. I would imagine it's beautiful in Washington State. I could be wrong, but I would imagine that it is. Now we're going to pull up our bee. Again, I'm pulling straight up and down. Okay, look at that. Isn't that cool? This will be a great wedding present. It would also be a great shower gift. Or you know what? Darn it, just hang it in your own house. Don't give it away. Keep it yourself. Okay, this is cool. I like this one. So we've got just our blue and our white. This one's cool. Okay, so let's recap here because we got a few projects going on. We have our fun blue. We have our scrolls with the corners. And we have the whole shebangy. And this is all on top of making the transfer the way it's designed to be made. So this kind of gives you visually a perception of different things that you can do and how you can totally change the look of it. So I'm gonna make one or two more. So, have you ever heard of Walla Walla? Oh, that sounds like a fun place, Walla Walla. What do you do in Walla Walla? No, I've never heard of Walla Walla. But you know, Toby, I kind of live under a rock. I very rarely leave the small village that I live in. Very rarely. The entire speed limit I live in a village, which is a suburb of Milwaukee, so don't get me wrong. I'm not like in the middle of the country, but I am in a suburb of Milwaukee. And the speed limit in the entire village is 25 miles an hour. I rarely go more than 25 miles an hour. Sometimes I venture out to where I think I saw Kathy today walking her dog. Sometimes, but not very often. I don't have to. I live under a rock. I'm spoiled rotten. Okay, so some people would say that I'm boring. I don't think I'm boring. I get to talk to you guys every night. I don't have to leave my rock that I live under. Okay, so these are two. Which one's your favorite so far? They're so different. We are in southeast Washington. Okay. That sounds cool. And 60 degrees, I wouldn't complain with 60 degrees. Okay, yeah, I would. But normal people don't complain with 60 degrees. Normal people think 60 degrees is nice. I like it all together because I think it completes it. I do like it that way. I love this one with just these two. I'm not so crazy about the corners. Maybe if we didn't do this and we just did the corners, but then a bigger sentiment, that might work. Okay, let's do one more. Because this is fun. I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun. I'm having fun. And I just happen to have all these chalkboards laying around. Again, I think we started this video with Maria's hoarding tendencies. Yes, we did. We did totally start this video with Maria's a hoarder. I'm getting better. I'm trying to be better. I cleaned out my craft room because I'm moving. As you can tell, there's not all the stuff behind me that's normally behind me. Unfortunately, my husband has been extremely sick, so he has not had the opportunity to work on my craft room. But he is healthy again, I believe. Today is the first day he kind of feels normal again. So I think this weekend, hopefully, I haven't told him that yet. I'm hoping this weekend my craft room gets worked on, because then I'm moving. I'm out of here. I'm gonna have a window and these amazing countertops that he made for me. Okay, so I'm just giving it a minute because it is not quite sticky yet and it's still a little wet. Let's do one more. I want to try the wisteria. I haven't done wisteria on black yet. I've only done wisteria on white canvases. So I want to see what the wisteria is going to look like on black. So because the transfers are reusable, it kind of gives you this opportunity to get a little crazy and creative with it. So I'm just pushing it down, making sure it's, I got a good seal. Now let's see, what combination could we do this time with it? No, if I'm straight, I think I'm straight. Okay. We could do just the lines without the corners. What if that would be pretty. Let's try that. What the heck, right? Go big or go home. So I hope you guys are all thinking about all the different things you can do with this transfer when you get it. Tomorrow night we're gonna make it, but we're gonna do it on a tea towel. Oop, shoot, I did the corner. We'll wash it off. Didn't I just not say don't do the corner, Maria? And then look at that, I did the corner. I want to do the lines, but I don't want to do the corner piece. It reminds me of like a picture edge. When you remember in the olden days, as my kids would refer to them, when you used to put pictures in a photographs in a picture album with the little paper corners. That's what those little corner things remind me of. I'm gonna have some cleanup to do on this guy because I am very squeegee happy. Definitely squeegeeing where I didn't want to. Okay. Smoothing out my chalk paste. I would like to go to Washington or that part of the country. I've not spent any time in that part of the country. I think it would be gorgeous. Okay, so I'm pulling it off. Putting it in my water bath again. Hopefully, well, possibly this time for good, for the evening. Okay, so look at this one because that gives you a better idea. These ones have to get cleaned up. But first I'm going to dry it before I clean it up so I don't mess up the part that I like. So I'm going to dry it. Plus I don't want to stick my finger in it. The other thing that I don't know why this design says to me like old movie theaters. Like this would be the sign in a silent movie. I don't know why. That's what the design speaks to me. Is like, a silent movie word. I don't know why. So again, now I'm just gonna wash off this little corner piece that I chalked that I didn't want. Again, beauty of chalk. You can wash it off. But it's not going to go anywhere unless you want it to go somewhere. So it's not kid chalk. Okay, so I'm just cleaning this up. And then I got to do this one over here. So just a completely different element. So I'm just cleaning off this corner. I could use a little paste scraper, but I don't want to go too crazy. So I'm just using my fingernail and pulling that chalk paste off. And then going back in with my wipe. Because the chalk does leave a slight residue, as do the baby wipes, so you do have to get that off. Or you can see it. Most people it doesn't bug, but it bugs me. So I wipe it off. Okay. Voila. Just like that, we're fixed. So this is what it looks like without the corners. Oh, this might be my fave. So no corners. Corners. Black and white, black and white. Completely different look. Obviously, the black and white also give it the different look. I think I might like it without the corners better. Well, it'd help if I put a sentiment in the middle of it too. Maybe if I finished it. So let's do our He Is Risen. Ooh, again, this is wet, Maria. Don't put a wet transfer on your paste because it reactivates your paste. Taking my transfer, pulling it off its backer sheet, setting my backer sheet aside. I'm gonna have to wash a lot of transfers tonight. And we're gonna stick He Is Risen right in the middle. We're gonna do it in Wisteria. It would be beautiful in black and white though too. But I'm trying to bring more color into my life because I'm kind of, you know, black and white all the time. So I'm taking our Wisteria and just going up and down, covering up my silk screen. Very easy to do, very easy to clean up. Okay, scraping off all my excess because I don't need to waste the paste. I can just put it right back in my container. Taking my transfer, starting it in the corner, but pulling it from the middle, pulling it straight up and down. It's dark. I think it, well, I haven't used this color in black yet. We gotta dry it and see. Does it pop? Sometimes the colors, oh, okay. This is pretty. This is very pretty. Sometimes the colors get brighter as they dry. I know it's hard for you guys to see because it's a very thin font. This is pretty. The purple, the Wisteria is very subtle. In person, you can definitely tell it's purple. For you guys, it's hard for you guys to see that it's purple. But that's cool. Okay, so I'm just cleaning up here a second. And now we're gonna just whip this bad boy into a frame so that you can see the completed finished look. Taking my frame. I have my fancy knife, my fancy tool that I use to open up, finish things off. So again, these are just really good examples of different things that you can do. Now when it's a chalkboard piece like this and not a canvas, I do take the glass out. You don't have to. And that's what it would look like in a frame. So that's this example. And He Is Risen. It's a very tight fit. Then we have our bee. In a frame. Again, super pretty. Great shower gift. And you can do it with the whole border. Then we have our Love Is Home. I like it better in the frame. I think it looks better, more completed in the frame. Obviously it should, right? And then last but not least, I would probably put this in a black frame. We have our, oh, okay, this is pretty. This is very pretty. So, these are all of our completed projects for the evening. All very good examples of one border and all the things you can do with it. And I always say when you look at a transfer, you want to think through what are its pieces, what are its elements, what are the different things that you can do with it, how much variety does it have, and can you see yourself making things with it? And that is this month's Club Couture transfer. So, these are all of our different ways you can take the border and make something super cool. Oops, somebody's talking to me. Hang on. Hey, Verge. Oh, hey, Verge. Welcome to our check-in party, Verge. We took our Club Couture transfer this month, Verge, and we messed with it and made a bunch of different, just different ways to use the border around the French market. Oops, my transfer didn't go in the water bath. I must not have put it in the water bath. Hang on, I got a sticky transfer on the loose. Need to get him put away. Okay, so these are our fun little projects. Totally different looks, all of them. Oh, this guy's not really in here. I kind of like this one. This is cool. I just love the frame because I think it's got so much variety. So I'm making Maria. I'm an independent chalk couture designer. Best job in the whole wide world because I get to create things and have fun and talk to you guys. If you are at all curious about what it means to be a chalk couture independent designer and all the different ways you can use this amazing product to earn a little extra cash, message me and I'd be more than happy to share that information with you. If you can please send me out into the world, it helps me tremendously when you do that, so thank you. To those of you who take the time to hit that button. If you want information about being a club member, if you're currently not a club member, I'd be more than happy to send you the link. You can check it out and see if it's something you would like to do. It's $19.99 a month. You get a transfer in the mail like magic every month with 3 paste packets, free shipping. It's truly $19.99 a month. If you join right now, you have a one-time option to add this transfer, the French market transfer, on. After tomorrow, you will not be able to add that transfer on. So if you want that transfer, you need to do it before the end of the 6th, on the 6th, which is tomorrow, the 6th of March. So you want to do that. After that, you can join the club anytime. It just means you get next month's transfer. So we talked about the club. If you're not in the Making Maria VIP group, you want to be, because that's where all the fun stuff happens. The events that I have, the classes I have, the workshops I do that are virtual as well as in person, as well as any specials or promotions, and there's currently a promotion going on in there about referring a friend to Club Couture. If you are currently a member and you refer a friend, you get entered in a really cool drawing, and if you are a new member, you join yourself and refer a friend, you get 2 entries. So super cool, super fun. Just something, a little different. We talked about if you want to see this, go to www.chalkcouture.com/makingmaria. I think I've covered all my commercials. Miss Lori Baker, Lori, you enjoy your weekend as well. We are doing some tea towels tomorrow night. So join me tomorrow night. I do a live demonstration every evening at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time-ish. It's usually between 9 and 9:15 I hit the live button. All depends on my technical difficulties. With the exception of Saturdays. I don't do a demonstration on Saturday. So tomorrow night we're making something fun. So come on back and check us out. If you're watching me on YouTube, I do have a YouTube channel. Thank you for watching me on YouTube. If you want to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would be awesome. Just make sure you hit the notification bell so that you get notified when I post a video. If you're not currently on my YouTube channel, it's Making Maria. And what's nice about the YouTube channel is my videos are out there and it's much easier to search for a specific project if you're looking for a specific project. So if you're in here and you're not subscribed to YouTube, you want to go there because it's a nice way to put in glass etching. You can type that in the search on my page and anything that I've done with glass etching will come up. Okay, I'm stopping now. Have a lovely, lovely Friday and I will see you tomorrow night. Thanks everybody. See ya.